Just play.
Hey, welcome everyone. So this time, we are actually very excited to do this because this is I've been wanting to actually get the role player adventures. It's just hard to get from where I am here, and then a little bit too expensive with all the shipping and stuff. But then finally was able to acquire one, and excited to do a full playthrough of this and see how it goes. Right. Uh, We have set up most for everything here for the Battle of the Blacklake. So, for example, most of this is our party genre, and then here is our character board. And based on the character board, you do pick any of the pre-generated characters. They actually have lots. So, for example, the really thing I like is the way they did full care on what they did. Is most everything has its own trays, and then even such full labels on what needs to be done. I don't know if that can be seen there, right? It says that all the labels says that's, for example, all the portraits are here, and you actually do have a lot. Look at that choice, right? So first there's like the set pre-generate the custom ones. You actually use this if you are if you want to do an import from role player. You can either do it from the app or the actual game, and then they have a set of rules once you created the character from there, and then just follow through with how to do the pre-generated one, to the import a customized one, and then from here they have a set of how many of these? I think there's like 30 something cards here or something, and you can see look at that gorgeous art there. And so from there, you will do get a pre-generated setup. So for example, if you do choose this, the Aston Fletcher human hunter, and it's a green, you then set the board based on such. And they do provide you some sheets, but I actually did laminate already, so at least they're all like you can just do a quick dry erase on them and see. Once you have done that, you set up some fatigue tokens here, and then that's how you actually do get to damage yourself. So put that on the side. And from your character, so I'm actually playing the Ivory Veritas, Construct, an Enchanter, and a Blue because if you're doing this like multiplayer, like with four other people, you can't have the same color dice color for each one have to have a specific be able to like specify from that one, right? Okay, so for example here we just basically copied what is set here 011312 for our strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. And from that point as well gives you a set of cards that you need to pick up. So and from there that will be your starting hand, and then you do get to pick a class ability. So since we're choosing the blue, I'm using the illusionist one. This is like a once once per fight, at once per encounter, I think, before you actually do rest. You do rest and then flips, and then you can try to use it again. So let's put this back. Okay, and actually that is it. So for example, we have our dice ready here, and as well as our skill text and the two books that we need to keep going. And actually, that's it. Favors are set up. We have our gold play limit of 4 because I'm playing solo. I was thinking of doing a two-handed solo, but let me try this first and how it fares, right? Because you can easily like add one more and such. Like for example, we do this the Battle of the Blacklake, and it's more of like as far as I know, it's more of like a tutorial in a way to understand how everything works, and then this is our. It comes with a single stand. It would be nice if it's like a they did the foursome, right? Because if it's like a four-player one, I think that two is enough. So we have our hand here. Just we can place it here, and let's get started. So the Battle of Black Lake. Welcome to Role Player Adventures. Role Player Adventures is a narrative-driven cooperative game. You play as a soldier in the King's Guard. tasked with protecting the kingdom of Nalos. It's a nice thing when you know that they took care of like of the small things, right? For example, the trays are already set up with all the specific labels, but then adding like a proper uh, phono- phonography reading of it, it's very like not lost because you know that this, for example, in a full four-player game, right? This will be like passed through, and then at least it will have guides on how you actually do properly say it. So this storybook will walk you through your first game. So please read the rulebook before you begin playing, which Reactor did. Called boxes like the ones below will refer to relevant rulebook sections or even introduce new rules during play. So symbols like the exclamation mark below are action indicators. Action indicators give you instructions that you must perform. So for example, prepare for your first adventure. So we did most of the campaign setup. Each story will begin with its own unique setup text, okay? And from there. So the setup is the adventure map. So place the Battle of the Blacklake, just done. Place 1 XP on each lettered location on the adventure map A, B, C, D. Okay, so I think we're not supposed to be there yet. So let's put 1A on the B, C, and the D map. Place bonus play tokens on the party journal equal to the recorded value. Uh, there's none yet. Oh, we have one, I think. Oh, wait, let me check. Sorry for the setup. Bonus play limit is 1, so we need to put 1 token. And this is the bonus play. Character sheets. Place each cards in hand and sand space. Vigilier's class card face up on their class ability space. Fill each attribute row its maximum. Everything is done. Find encounters token 1 and 2. So I think this is the encounter tokens. It's 5. This one. Nope. It's these. Ugh. There we go. Got it. Counter tokens 1 and 2. Remaining counters are not used in the adventure. They can be flipped up. Find and then shuffle it. They will flip them face down and randomize them. So I shouldn't forget already. And flip them face down, randomize. Which are available in the counter space. So we just place it there. And that's it. Each available encounter space in the adventure map with a face down encounter token from the pool. And that's it. So your adventure begins. As a Kingsguard soldier in the regiment of Commander Zalek, a dark elf, you have fought a long war. The Dragul, a coalition of northern tribes, invaded Nalos, your homeland. After many battles, you have driven off their hordes, but rumors spread throughout the company of a new Dragul plot. One night, you are summoned to the Commander Zalek's tent, where you find him arguing over a map with General Grick, an orc. A gold coin marks the southern city of Sabek. A vial of elixir marks a swamp to the west. General Grick raises an eyebrow when you enter. So you're Zalek's best? He asks, looking you over skeptically. We have a special mission for you. But first, a question of strategy. Zalek wants to take your regiment south to investigate a threat to the capital, says Grick, pointing to the coin. Then pointing to the vial, I think we should push west and capture a powerful Dragul agent in the swamps. What you say? So, for example, now we actually have a choice. Since you reside with General Grick, learn more about the Dragul plots, or side with Commander Zalek, investigate threats to the capital. So Zalek is the King's Guard, that's a dark elf, and Grick is an orc, right? Oh, I think we should try to learn the plot first, right? Because we know there's always a threat to the capital. So let's try to do that. So we choose begin one. So side with General Grick and learn more about the Dragul's plots. That will be our first choice. Begin one. Says here, you point the vial of elixir, and General Grix laughs, patting you on the back. Yes, exactly, he says. Select nods. I'll leave you to it, he says. He collects his coin and exits the tent. Recording keywords. The action indicator below instructs you to record a keyword. To do this, write the keyword Grick in the keyword space of your party journal. Record the keyword Grick. Okay, so keywords, we just put Grick. He says, you can keep the vial, the general says to you, rolling up the map. You'll need it where you're going. Leave now and travel due east until you reach a small enemy encampment. A special operative of King Taran will meet you there. You collect the elixir from the table and drink it down. With a nod, the general sends you forth. Gain 1 XP. Whew. Free XP. Thank you. You make haste under a crescent moon. Crossing burnt and abandoned farmland into open prairie at the top of a bluff, you look out over a dark lake to a wooden outpost. Place your party marker at location A. Okay, so now we're here at location A, and then read entry A. Action indicators are always read and resolved in order from top to bottom. Okay, sometimes an action indicator will direct you to another entry. When this happens, immediately turn to that entry without reading and resolving any more action indicators. So first is if there is no XP at this location, A1. Otherwise, collect the XP from this location and continue reading. Okay, thank you. As you look out over the lake, a voice calls from the thicket behind you. Care to join me? You turn to discover a friendly halfling, roasting apples and hairs by his fire. You look like you could use a meal. You disregard the halfling and he chuckles, then stands to salute you. Tarek Nowlin, special operative of King Taron, confidant of the immortal night, and bearer of bad news and terrible secrets. Now come, eat and rest, for we have hard work ahead of us. Looks like we have an ally. As you eat, Tarek speaks in a hushed voice. The lake below is dark. The Drago filled it with blood and ashes on their head. Our mission is to secure the outpost. The northern shore is guarded by an encampment of goblins, weak but many. Noel stands to watch this out. We need to eliminate both camps, so take your pick. Go one way and I'll go the other. Burn down their camp to signal their progress, and I'll do the same. Tarek pulls something from his pack and tosses it to you. We'll need this at the gate. Discovery cards. So reveal in discovery card number 65. So what is this? So from the discovery card, we'll just pick number 65. So we have 65. And it is a bluestone fireball. So whenever you do get an item like this, you usually have a indicated here on if you do want to use it, then you will have to spend one of your spend one fatigue, and then you'll be able to find an entry for it. So that's how it works. So let's put that in our item lists. Cool. Sure. Our items are here. Let's just put it aside. Maybe we should move a little bit aside so that everything is a little bit clearer. There we go. Okay. Now that's done. It says here, if there's only one character in your party, Tarek gives you some needed supplies. Reveal one random card from each marker deck, as well as the familiar deck, and add them to your hand. Find the matching familiar die and add it to the dice bag. Okay. If there is only one character in your party, which there is, Tarek gives you some needed supplies. Reveal one random card from each market deck, as well as the familiar deck. So from here, we just get one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, sure. Thank you. Okay, we have lots of things to work through now. And find the matching familiar die and add it to the dice bag. So we need to look for a familiar. There's the modifiers. Where's the familiars? Weapon. armor, scroll, skill, trait, weapon, class. We're missing familiars. Discovery, title, enemy, modifiers. If I try to find that first. Okay, so we found the familiar, which is one part of the other deck. I think we just might need to just place it here in the actual one because there is no indicator for familiars. There's armor, scroll, skill, trait, weapon, and then just. So it says here, and that ends behind. So we're pulling one, and it's a jackalope, and this is a. Okay, so from the dice, there should be a green and red. Oh, that's a purple. It's a red and a purple. There we go. I mean, there's a red and a purple. Cool. And add it to the dice bag. Right. So we have our own familiar now. It says here, using items, you can use an item in any location. Using an item, each player places stamina in their fatigue box, the supply box equal to the cost listed in the card. So that's the one, for example, the blue stone fireball, right? And command location. So for example, right now it's saying to use bluestone item that Tarek now handed you here at Berlin Prairie. It says here Berlin Prairie. If player plays one stamina into the fatigue box, then combine the location letter with item. Sure. Why not? Let's do that. To see what it is. Where is our item? So it's we do 65. So we put one to the fatigue box and then go to A65. A65 says if you have either the keyword alarm or clear, A2. No. To Tarek's alarm, you casually begin to uncork the blue portion. Not here, he cries, grabbing your hands and stop you. Any exposure to air in that fireball will explode, which you would be very loud and could easily kill us. Let's try to stay quiet and alive. Save the fireball for the gate. Oh, okay, so then we just move to another location. Okay. So now our choice is to either go to the Goblin camp or to the Gnoll camp. Why not? Let's go to the Goblin camp, right? It's the smaller one. Maybe it's easier for us. So first we go here and then we actually resolve this combat. It says 2. So now we go to A2. You examine the bluestone fireball by the light of the smoldering embers of Tarek's campfire. You recall Tarek giving it to you. He said you would need it at the gate. Okay, so we can just use an item here. No, we need it in the rest. We can rest right now, which actually we don't need to, and then we just do move to another location. Okay, great. So we just clear this, from my understanding, right? And then go to B, because we're going to the B. When the party arrives at a new location, the players holding the storybook and tome corners should pass them to the players to the left. Sure. You're not alone. So keyword checks. Some of the action indicates below. Check your keywords. If you have indicated keyword, turn to the entry name. If there is no XP at this location, which is B, we just put this back. B1. Otherwise, collect the XP from this location. Thank you for the free XP. It says if you have the keyword null, alarm, or clear, No. We don't have clear as well. Yeah. So we just go to A2, right? So after going there, move to another location. View below the path, encounter the token, flip the token face up, open the tome of encounters. Open the tome of encounters, sorry. So we chose A2. Open the tome of encounters and turn the entry for this adventure with the same number. So we're still here, sorry. So we go to A2, switch up, then choose adventure 1, 2, right? Let's double check that. If there's a resolve encounter token 2, turn to adventure 1, 2. Okay, great. Just what we have. So now that you've found the entry that matches your encounter token, remove that token from the adventure map and return to the box. Okay, done. By the faint light of the crescent moon, you make your way through a grove of ancient trees. Discover a thin line of twin running across your path and up a tree, where rusty pots and pans hang from the branches. The forest around you is laced with tripwires. Any false move will alert the drago to your presence. The choice indicates below offer a choice between two skill checks. Each shows which attributes will be used to resolve the skill check. Once you've made your choice, turn to the corresponding entry here in the Tome of Encounters. Okay, so we can disarm the trap, which requires dexterity and intelligence, which we do have 1 and 3. Or we just carefully sneak, which requires dexterity and wisdom, which 1 and 1. So I think we try to disarm the trap. So we go to adventure 1-5. You attempt to carefully sever and secure the various tripwires here in the forest so that no pots or pans fall from the trees. Skill check. So we have our first skill check now. The box below initiates a skill check. To complete a skill check, all players will work together to cover every dice slot on a skill check row with a die that matches the indicated slot color of the number. You'll first build your dice pool and then place cards to manipulate your roll dice. See the skill check section on page 12. Okay, so first we go to skill check Thiefcraft 1. So QRST. There we go. So look at that nice part. Thiefcraft 1. So from here, it looks like that it will require a red and a blue. That's correct. So red and blue. And then we just have to start to file it. So setup. Let's go. Okay, put that back there. So on setup, open the skill book, indicate page and row. So let's try to follow this on the first turn so we can do that. So sign indicate modifiers from the modifier deck. So this only lasts 1 round. Build the deck dice pool. Spend stamina to add a specific dice. Each dice costs stamina equal to the player count from the attribute row of that color. Add a random dice until the dice limit has been reached. Roll the dice in the dice pool. Cool. So now, if we do need blue, this requires a blue and a red. So we need to get a blue and a red. So we can spend 1 intelligence to get an actual blue dice. We can just do that. Right? So we basically put 1 here and here. We can spend another if we want. We don't have strength. You don't have strength. That's the problem, right? Yeah. This is the one thing I like. It says here. How is that black? Yeah, I guess it you just have to find out that from, for example, right? It says dex and int. So dex and int, that means requires one black and one blue. So from this skill check, it seems that we require 6 black, 6 blue, or 6 black and blue. So we require higher numbers. So I think we can spend 1 dex and get in black, just in case. There we go. And we just do one randomly after that. Hey, we get a purple. Sorry about that. I was Googling the colors. Okay, so now let's do some skill checks. Hello. We have 6 purple, 4 black, and a 2 blue. So since our familiar is not being used, we put that aside. Now we try to manipulate this, and we have a card limit of 4. So first, we can increase a black or purple die by 1 or 2. This means this can be done there, so it will be a 6, right? Change this to any color, change red, we did not. We can flip a blue and a red. If we flip this, it's a 5. Maybe an option. Add 1 stamina. Your attribute rows from the supply, ignoring the usual limit. Plays any number of additional runic armor cards. These do not count against the play limit. Ooh, that's a nice armor, right? So it says here, we can play any number of additional runic armor cards, these not cards. So if we play this plus other runic stuff, it means we don't have much limit. So and then we have a mystic robe, says play any number of additional mystic armor cards. Okay, we actually need to like put those together, right? So mystic. So okay, so we don't have much yet. So an enchant is a what? You have to check the iconography for that enchant. What does it do? What does that do? Question mark. A random die. So we add a random die and set its number. So draw a random die, set its value to 4, and add it to the dice pool. This die does not count against the dice limit. So basically, if we play this, we add another die and set it to 4. Don't think that's useful at the moment. So far we only have this to put that to 6, right? Manipulate. We can manipulate any purple and white to a opposite side, just not yet. We can change any 3 or 4 to any color. We can change anything to a purple and red. Nope. White, we have a spell book. Nope. Spend 2 stamina from wisdom to return this to your hand. Okay, strike. You have a wand. We can increase a blue by 1 or decrease it by. Oh, okay. So maybe that's what we can do. So we can increase. We can decrease it by 1 and then flip it to make it a 6. So we have our 2 6s now. So we just need to make this purple into a blue or black, right? This is reroll. Then this is reroll end. Okay, it's an or. So either we reroll or we put up a purple. It's already at 6. We just need to change its color. Resolute 3 or 4. Nope. Change any color to a purple or red. It's already purple. I need to change any color to a black or blue. Huh. Looks like we will probably lose this, right? More likely. Because there's no way for us to change anything to blue or black from our. We can change any red to purple. Oh, but we will basically. Oh, we have a play limit of 4. We already play 3. So I think we can do it, right? So if we change, if we use weak, change anything to a red, right? And then we play relentless. We change that red to any color, which we can change it to a black. And then we will just have to use our bonus play because we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think that will be the case. So first, we increase black or purple die by 1 or 2. So we're increasing this to 2. So this is now spent. I think let's put that modifier there in case we do need it. So this is done. We can place it here on the black. Discard pile. And then we're using the 1 to lessen this to 1. And then flipping it to go to 6. So these two is done. This is in the discard. This is on the spent option. And we put that 6 there. And lastly is we change the purple to a red. So this is now considered red because of this. And then we use our bonus play limit. Flip that. Change the red to a black. So it will then match what we need there. And I guess that is a success. So after the skill test, let's do our skill check. Okay, spend bonus play tokens, play more cards, activate players' class abilities. Oh, we forgot that. Return to stamina for change a die in the dice pool to any value. Then revive the current review the current storybook entry to resolve the outcome. So I guess we do a pass because of that. Let's go back to put our jackalope here. We go to 1-5. We pass. You disarm the trap. Go to 113. With a bit of know-how and a lot of elbow grease, you disarm the trap and move forward without fear of altering the Dragul camp. You hope that the rogue is having as much luck on his side of the lake. Record the keyword clear. Okay. Tarek is handling his side of the lake. Okay. Tarek is handling his side of the lake. Remove the other encounter token from the adventure map and return to the box. This just goes back. Continue to 114. So from 114 says, before heading forward to the camp, you take a moment to catch your breath. The crescent moon reflects eerily of the glass blocked surface of the water. Rest. The first choice indicator below gives you the opportunity to rest. You should rest now so that you can learn how it works. See the resting section on page 11 of the rulebook. Okay, so with resting, let's double check that. I think I have it worked up. So place a stamina cube. Supply to leftmost, so that means we already had our first one. And then spend 1 or more XP, return that XP. So we will spend 1 XP. Sorry. We return that, and then we get 1 dice from the dice pool. Then we just roll it, and then we return. So we got 6. That means we will turn everything to the supply. Each player draws a dice, striking the dice bag equal to the amount of the XP spent. Each player rolls their dice and returns the stamina from the tea box to the supply box and puts the dice back to the dice bag. Each player fills their attribute row up to their attribute score. So 1 and 3. Each player whose class card is face down fills it up. Each player returns all bonus play tokens to the space of the party drawn. So we will just limit that up. Each player returns all cards from the spent cards to their hand space. So this arrow goes back as well. Cool. That's it. So now that we have rested, we move to the next location on our path. So we go here to B. And if we're going for B, we are then going to go back to the Battle of the Blake. So we are now at the Goblin Camp. So if there is no XP at this location, B1. Otherwise, collect the XP from this location. Thank you. Oh, sorry. You should have gotten 2 XP because we did this. So every time you filled up a dice, right? And then you will actually get XP based on what you have actually done. I actually forgot that. So if you have the keyword null, we don't. If you have the keyword alarm, we don't. If you have the keyword clear, continue reading, which we do. The light of several small campfires flicker through a chaotic grouping of 4 high tents. Short, long-eared silhouettes move busily about, pulling up stakes and securing provisions. Seems the goblin are preparing to move likely in retreat. While they are distracted with their work, you sneak around the perimeter, whittling down their numbers one by one and pulling the bodies away into the dark. Nice. Sneaking and killing. It is not long, however, before a goblin sentry spies you. She raises a horn to rally her kin. You race forward to silence her. Now it's combat. Ooh, okay. Combat. Cover all dice slots. So in the combat, we basically do the same thing, but instead it goes for 3 rounds. So we do the combat cornered goblin. So first we look at the enemy deck. We look for number 22, which is the goblin. Okay. So for example, here is the goblin. So from here, it looks like it needs a 5 white, a red, and that's a black and whatever that color is. Green? Is that a green? Yeah, we need that reference card. Okay, so double line border, that's a green. Okay, so now we do the same thing again, right? So if we need a white, we can spend 1 stamina to get white, and we don't have any strength, so we don't have anything red. We can spend 1 black for the dexterity. I think so, right? So we spend this and we spend this. We get a white and a black. So we get a white and a black because that's a black. For the red, we just sorry, we forgot the cornered. We have, because the goblin was cornered, we will have to put a cornered indicator on him. Yeah, so it makes a little bit of spice with regards to the enemies, right? So for example, it says here, at the start of this skill check or each round of this combat, add a random dice to the dice pool. This does not count against the dice limit. That means we will be using 4 dice. Okay, what do we got? We got another black. And we got another white. So we don't have a red. We need to find a way to make a red. First, let's roll it. Okay, we got a 5, 5, 3, and a 4. So good, we have two fives. Okay. And then we have 4 and 3. So, okay, let's see first. So this, oh, that's bad. Because the white we need to be 5, right? So let's see what we can do with it. So this is our first round. Where's our round indicator? There we go. Okay. We can uptick any blue and green. We can change a red to any color. We can change any color to red. So I think that's for this dice, right? That's the one we actually want to do. Yeah. Okay, so now that's 1. We need a 6. Increase a black or purple die by 1 or 2. Hmm. Just a minute. We can change a 4 to any color. We can change this to a black if you want. Wait a minute. We can change that into a black. So change that into black. And then, so this is already good. Because we're changing this to a red, right? So this is covered. If it changes to black, we can then increase the black die. Oh, wait, we don't need to. You can just change this to a white. No, it's a 3 or 4. Okay. We can change this to 4. We can change this to black. So this is now a black. Because this is the only thing we want, right? Fall. Let's use this as the marker. So this is now black. We can then increase it by 2. Right? So it's now a 6. So it's good here. And then we just need to change this to white. Is there a way for us to change something into white? We can change a red into white. No. What if we have another die? If we change only by 1, we need it by 2, right? We need to increase it by 2 as well. Uh, hmm. Diplomacy changes to 6. We don't need that. A white flips back. If we flip this to 4, and then actually we just need. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, we can do that. So we are just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, so we need to be using our play limit again. So I guess that's it. So we can do it in one turn. We don't need to do anything. So we can first play this weak, change this black into red, match there. Okay. Let's put this in the discard pile. Next is we then change the 4 into a black. Oh, wait. We actually don't need to do it, right? We can just increase the black by 1 or 2. Just this. We make it to 6. Right? And then we just use our spell book. And then increase 1 into a 5, which will increase this to a 5. But there. Allah! Trying to do the hard way, right? Trying to do it the hard way. So, because of that, we get 1 XP and another XP, and that's it. You're able to complete it. Let me double check the battle if we did it correctly. Since this is our first combat setup, build a dice pool. Add a random dice until the dice limit has been reached. Roll the dice in the dice pool. Okay. Suffer the counterattacks, apply a round track effect, and advance the round marker. It's fine. Since we killed it. Return the remaining dice from the dice pool. End of combat. Gain rewards for covered dice slots, which we did. We got 2 XP. And that's it. Thank you. So we're able to kill that cornered goblin. Put this back in the cornered section so it's easier to find. And this is on number 22. Great. Return all the cards from this card pile to the hand spaces. Right. And then we gain the rewards, and then we just do the victory. So on victory, you silence her before the alarm is raised. P5. Huh. So we go to B5. You grab hold of the goblin's sentry and strike her down before she can sound her horn. With this done, picking off the rest of the camp is easy work. When every last goblin is gone, you set fire to their tents. Something catches your eye in the firelight. Reveal discovery card number 95. It's 95. Okay. Okay. Got 95. It's a ancient key. It's free. It's an ancient key, and we can test it for free at any time. So let's put that there first. And says he record the keyword goblin. Sorry. Another fire races from across the lake. You trust that Tarek is making good progress and will meet you at the fortified gatehead. Item combinations. When a choice indicator offers you the opportunity to use an item, you may also choose to use 2 items at the same time. Okay. To do so, combine the location letter and both items' numbers with the lowest number first and turn to that entry in the storybook. For example, B65.95. Okay. Each player places stamina in their fatigue box from a supply equal to the total cost. Okay. Sure, why not? Right? Let's use an item. But I don't think the key and the fireball will do much, right? In reality, like what do you do with the actual fireball and the key? maybe we can use the key here and maybe we can find something that we can open. So we just use B95, which is free. B95. The ancient key has a nice weight to it. You suspect that it must unlock something of great value. And that's it. We can rest right now, but we only have two. I don't think so. So, but we also did not use our bonus play, which is very good. So I guess we just move on to the next location. So we go here. Outpost wall. So that's D. Let's go to the D. If you have the keyword open, D2, nope. If there is no XP at this location, D1. Otherwise, collect the XP. Thank you. From this location and continue reading. You approach the fortified outpost as the moon sets, leaving you in utter darkness. Behind you, twin fires burn on either side of the shimmering black hole. You feel your way across the rough wood of the outpost's massive gate, but can find no handle or latch. Yet the gate holds firm, must be barred from within. Behind this wall, the Dragul are protecting a powerful artifact. Tarek Nowlin the Halfling is nowhere in sight. Okay, I think we just use the item, right? We just use the. This is the gate, right? Yeah. We just use the bluestone fireball. So we just flick it to the gate. So we spend one stamina. And we choose B65, D65, right? D65, there we go. You uncork the bluestone fireball at the base of the fortified gate and run for cover. A thunderous explosion tears a wide flaming hole in the wall, giving you passage through. Map cards, okay. The secondary action indicator below tells you to reveal a discovery card that is not an item. Some discovery cards will update your map. Oh, cool. The bottom left corner of these cards indicate where they go, the adventure map. In this case, place the outpost in the interior, discovery card 16. And place, okay. So look for, record the keyword open. So that this is gone now, right? We have to put it back. Put open. Let's put this back. 65. Reveal discovery card 16 and place 1 XP on it. Okay. Cool. 16. Cool. Okay. It says, ha, look at that. It's a nice, that's a nice way of like making changes to the map without like doing stickers and such. I think it has the same forgot which other one. The other one that's basically like this as well, where you just do skill tests only, and then return discovery 65 to discover deck. And then we can now rest or move on to the other location. Should we try the D95 first to see if the chest is here? So D95. D95. You try the ancient key on the gate, but there is no lock. Hey, the gate is already exploded for the key to fit into. It's a fortified outpost gate held in place by a heavy bar. Come on. You already blew it up. Okay, so let's go to E, I guess. We're going to E. Okay. So if you have the title Revealer of Secrets, we don't. If you have the title Rogue's Accomplice, we don't. If you have the title Aid to Ogre, we don't. Otherwise, collect the XP from this location and continue reading. Okay, thank you. You pass through the smoldering hole and enter the Dragul outpost. Its massive wooden walls are solid but roughly constructed. They enclose an open space, empty except for a single chest of white metal and gray skinned ogre who stands before it with an iron club. The ogre shoots in the Dragul language. It's gibberish to you, as if he were making old sounds, but none of the sense of Nalos common. Within his angry cries, he smashes the metal chest with such force that it shakes the ground around you. But the chest only rings out a remarkably pleasant tone. It remains unbroken, undented, and firmly in place. Enraged, the ogre approaches you, shouting and swinging his club wildly. As you watch his outburst, you catch a glimpse of something moving in the shadows behind him. Tarek Nowlan, blade drawn, carefully approaches the ogre from the other side of the outpost. Faction tracks. Okay, so basically, this location, the choice you make will affect your standing with three major factions. Okay, so if we attack the ogre, E2, or try to understand what is he saying. So if we attack it, we'll basically just doing a fight. We can try to understand him, right? It's int and wins. We are very good in int, so we can try that, right? Okay, let's do that. So we do E3. Where's E3? As Tarek. Oh, E3, yeah. As Tarek creeps closer, you try to understand what the ogre is saying. Dragul and Nalus Common are not completely divorced. A thousand years ago, when all of Ulos lived in peace, the two languages were a single tongue. But after all these centuries of separation, it is no simple task for you to complicate the ogre's angry rants. Skill check interpretation 1. So let's go to interpretation 1. It's int and whiz. Interpretation 1. So we require white and blue. Okay. I guess we can spend 1 blue. We can spend 2 blue. Let's spend 2 blue. And then 2 other stuff to get a white. So that's it. We have combat dice limit of 3. And we just need to do the check. Okay. So yeah, we need 2, 4, and 3. Low numbers, low numbers. Okay, we have a 6, we have a 2, and a 1. Nothing close as easy, so we need to manipulate this. What do we get? Increase a black or purple die. You're gone. Let's increase only, right? We can change one color to something, maybe later. We can increase a white or decrease it. That might be nice. This 3 can change to something, right? Can flip it. Ooh, we can flip this. Let's see. We can flip this first, and then we can increase it by 1. So this is basically a 2 now. Okay, so that's our 2 cards. And then we just need to increase that one, right? You can reroll something. Play any number of additional stick cards. You can reroll a blue. That'll be our last resort. Can set something, any color to 4. So we will try a random one. Another last result. We can flip a blue. If you flip a blue, this will be a 5, right? So we need to decrease it. We can increase the blue by 1, which we can. We can change this to 3. So it's set there. So this is done. We just can't do the 4. Flip this. If we flip this to a 5, can we, for example, if flip this to 5, choose that. We use that there. Flip this to a 5. can we do with the 5 blue? Ah, okay. Wait. I think what we can do is this. Keep that. So we have these three, right? So we can use clarity. It says add 1 stamina from your attribute rows from the supply, ignoring the usual limit, right? So we'll put this here. Okay. So this is now in my discard. It's our first card. And then we will use our illusionist. First, return 2 stamina from your int attribute row to the supply. Change a die in the dice pool to any value. We will change this to a 4. Cool. And that's it. So we got the 4. And then we will use this to increase it to 1. This will be a 3. Put that there. Oh, so this is the spent file. And then we use the flip it first to a 2, to a 1. And then we increase its value by 1 to a 2. Then we got that. We get 2 XP from that. We're good. We're golden. And we did pass the skill check. You roughly understood the ogre's meaning, E8. So we put this back first. E8 we get. Paying careful attention to the ogre's speech, you can tell that he is angry about the chest and whatever is inside it. He introduces himself as Tog, and he tells you that Draggle invasion was meant to bring home artifacts like the one at his feet. After all the death and suffering of this war, he has finally reached his mission's end, but he can neither move the chest nor open its lid. As he speaks, Tog sinks into despair. His homeland is gone. The invasion has failed, and where will the Dragul go now? His are the complaints of an invader who killed many of your compatriots and now is disappointed in his own losses at war. But your efforts to understand him have kept his attention fixed on you, allowing the halfling in black to creep ever closer to the ogre. A moment more, and Tog's life will be over. So do we warn Tog that he can escape, or we wait and let Tag do his work? He seems friendly enough, right? Yeah, sure. Let's let him be. Warn Tag so that he can escape. Do that. E9. Look out! Cry. Tog is startled and leaps backward, knocking Tarek to the ground. When he sees that you have saved him from assassination, the ogre grunts his gratitude to you, climbs the wall of the outpost, and leaps into the darkness beyond. Tarek stands and dusts himself off. Needless to say, I'm not impressed, he says. Warning an adversary of my attack is nigh treasonous. Treasonous. Nevertheless, your mission is accomplished. The ogre has fled, and we are here with the chest. You examine the area around the chest and find that the ogre left behind his coin purse. Gain 4 gold. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And reveal title card 1. Reveal title card 1. What's title card 1? Oh, sorry. This is discovery card. Title card 1. Says aid to ogre. Look at that. He is fleeing. Says at Blacklake, you spared the life of an ogre in the crosshairs of Tarek Nolan. My kindness will not be overlooked, neither by the ogre nor by the halfling. Okay, that's nice. Find card number 1. Place in the face of title space of your party journal titles like this. Record your decisions and alter the events of future adventures in the campaign. Favor markers. Adjust the favor markers on the faction tracks as instruction. Okay, so Okay, we do one less on king's favor. Yikes. Okay. And +1 to dragoons. Okay. If you have both the keyword goblin and alarm, nope. If you have both the keyword goblin and clear, yes, we do. That's it, right? So we go E13. Now that the outpost is calm, Tarek relaxes on a tree stump and carves slices from an apple. Your approach to the goblin camp was impressive. It was impressively quiet. I didn't hear a peep from your side of the lake until there was a whole lot of screaming and dying. Nice work. Continue to E21. Tarek points to the metal chest with an apple wedge. All that's left for me, he says, is to figure out what is locked inside. Upon closer inspection, you discover the white metal of the chest to be Dergolium, an ancient alloy forged to contain objects from other planes. Cool. No force will crack it. Its lid must yield to some other secret. You find a pear-shaped indentation above its keyhole. Tarek noticed your interest in the chest. You can return to your regiment now if you like, or you can stay and help me open it. Okay, cool. Adventure complete. Your mission here is complete, leaving you free to explore the area at your leisure. Are there parts of the lake you have not yet visited, or an item you have not yet found a use for? From now on, when you have an indicator that gives you the opportunity to move to another location, you may instead turn to the final section of the storybook titled End. Okay. If your entire party is exhausted, mark the death track which is not. Exploring the map, when moving around the map, we can just keep on moving. Okay, so at least I think we try to do a rest first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think we can spend 2 XP and then move this marker here. Do a second rest, so we get 2 dice. And we just roll. And we get 6. So we put 6 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. And then put back everything as we did before. 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2. Put this here. So now we can use an item. We can use the key. Maybe the ancient key works here. Let's do E95. You insert the ancient key into the chest. It fits the lock, but will not turn. There must be some other mechanisms at work. Okay, so let's move to the... When moving around an adventure map, you do not need to stop at locations without XP or other tokens on them. For example, you can currently move directly to the used Goblin Camp or the Null Camp. Okay, so we can just go straight. So let's go straight to the Null Camp and let's read C. So it says here, if there is no XP location, C1, otherwise collect the XP. Thank you. From this location. You have the keyword goblin, we do, C5. Burnt ends are all that remain of the Null encampment. Tracks in the soil reveal the frantic movement and sudden end of a 3-dog-pawed creatures, whose bodies are not in evidence. There are no tracks from Tarek's feet and no drag marks to indicate what became of these gnolls once the halfling was done with them. If you didn't know better, you would have guessed that the goblin saw a ghost, ran about wildly, and then vanished forever from this world. Tarek is a more formidable operative than you supposed. Okay, scary. In the ashes of a tent, you find something he overlooked. Discovery card 86. Okay. 86. 86. Ooh, it's a lodestone pendant. It's free as well. 0. Ha ha ha. Can keep on testing it. Okay. And it says here, use an item. Okay, we can use it. Let's try to do that, right? So let's use. Sorry, let's put that back. Let's use an item. So 86.95, right? So C86.95. C86.95. You hang the lodestone pendant by its chain from the ancient key, and it gives you a clear signal of its attraction to metal. Okay. Gently pulls you toward the corpse of a knoll. In the knoll's pocket, you find a gold coin. Gain one gold coin. Yahoo! Thank you. Okay. And we just move on. Maybe we just use. So it looks like some sort of balance. Maybe we can go back to the Brulin Prairie since it's free, right? So let's go back to Brulin Prairie. Let's go to A. If there is no XP notification, A1. Let's go to A1. The bluff looks out over a lake blackened with blood and ashes of a fallen dragoon. Let's do A8695. Says here, you hang the lodestone pendant from the end of the ancient key. It leans slightly away from the center, pulling you towards a magnetic source. You follow its leanings and dig where it points straight down. Just under the surface, you find another gold coin. Yeah, looks like there's a. We found our own set. Oh, treasure finder. So let's go now to B. Let's do the same thing. B8695. There you go. B8695. You hang the lodestone pendant from the end of the ancient key. It leans forward away from you and to the left. Seems to be responding not to metal but to your own inner sense that something of value remains hidden in the ruins of the goblin camp. You follow the lead of the pendant, which draws you to the ashes of a tent, where you uncover a cork bottle of a healing elixir. Ooh! Each player rolls one die and returns stamina from your fatigue box with a supply box. Oh, okay, thank you. Free heal, thank you. That's it. So we can let's go to the outpost wall and maybe do that. So D8695. D8695. You press the lodestone pendant and the ancient key against the gate, hoping that they will magically give you passage, but the gate does not move. Hey, the gate is already open. What gives? And I guess we do it on E. Like that's the only place we haven't done it, right? So we go to E8695. Okay. You press the lodestone pendant to the pear-shaped indentation on the chest and insert the ancient key. There is a click of mechanism within, which, sorry, we're here already, which allows you to turn the key. The chest pops open. Continue to E16. Ooh, there we go. As the chest pops open, the earth quakes and the sky crackles with a strange purple energy. For a moment, you hear the screech of bats and you smell a briny sea. Tarek holds forth chainmail sack of the same white metal as the chest. Quickly, grab the object and place it in here. You reach inside the chest and pull forth a plain glass jar of translucent gray material. Strange. Colorful images pass through the material as if it were displaying the dreams of another world. You place this curiosity in Tarek's the Girlium sack. Immediately, earth and sky are still. Fine discovery, Tarek says, admiring the jar through the chain mail links. I've only seen one other like it. Then he pauses to consider you for a moment. Reveal title card 2. Okay. Title card 2. So reveal it. It says Revealer of Secrets. Cool. It says here. In the Draggle outpost, you unlocked a Dergolium chest and took possession of a jar of translucent material. What secrets does this strange substance hold? Okay. If your king's favor is 1 or higher, E19. No, it's not. We are -1. Otherwise, go to E20. Tarek frowns. I'll be hanging on to this, he says, tucking the jar into his pack. Yikes. But now that you have seen its power, I have no choice but to recruit you. He pulls several empty Dergolium chainmail sacks from his pack and hands them to you. There are Dergolium vaults hidden all over Nalus, says Tarek. Each holds an object of great power. We can't let them fall into the wrong hands. By the king's orders, we must gather as many as we can and with haste. Ah, okay. And that's it. We move on to another location. We can if we do that. We now we go. It says here you just go to the end, right? The end section. So we go to the end. The end. Your mission at Blacklake has ended, and Tarek Nowland wishes you Godspeed as you return to your regiment. My own mission takes me elsewhere, he tells you, but I have a feeling we will meet again. As you travel back, you have time to collect your thoughts and puzzle over the things you've seen. Which title did you earn? Reach each section below that matches a title card you have. Okay, we have Aid to Ogre. Think back on Tog, the ogre, who you spared from Tarek's blade. His looks of gratitude is still fresh in your mind. Strange that at the end of this long war, you have finally made it a bit of peace. He complained that artifacts had been stolen from the Drogul City of States, and you wonder if the invasion of Nalos might somehow be related to this theft. In any case, somewhere in Nalos wanders an ogre who owes you a debt of gratitude. Oh. And revealer of secrets. You wonder about the power of the jar that was hidden in the Dergolium chest. How could such small objects shake the earth and rend the sky? Strange images floated through the material inside it. The jar must be an illusion, or else from another plane, for nothing like those images exists anywhere in Ulos. If you have the keyword Zalik, and 1. If you have the keyword Greek, we do and 2. Upon your return, you find your regiment preparing to march. Orders to move west, a soldier tells you. General Greg is advancing on Boogroot Swamp. You report to the general, who smiles when he sees you. Just in time, he calls. General Garrick hands you a letter from King Taran. Seems the king's hometown has been attacked by a giant troll, and he wants you to bring him its head. My duties takes me to Bogroot, says Greg. So when you've done with the troll, you'll need to meet Sabek, for your next assignment. Greek slugs you in the shoulder to bid you farewell. Okay. You head towards the coast. After a 2-day march, you can smell brine in the air and hear the call of gulls. Soon you will arrive in the halfling town of Jolev, where you must fetch the head of a troll for your king. If you don't have the title Revealer of Secrets, N3. If you do, continue to N4. Erase all keywords. Okay. Return all stamina cubes on the rest track to the supply. Return all map cards and item cards from the discovery deck. Okay. So 16. Let's put this back. 16. 86. And then 95. Okay. Return all bonus play tokens to the party journal, which they already are. Mark the box on the campaign track that corresponds to the current adventure. So, campaign track is done. Each player returns all stamina cubes in your fatigue box to supply. Each player returns all cards in your spent pile or discard to your hand. Each player, you may now advance your character, clean up the adventure, and save your character. Continue to the next chapter. Yahoo! Okay, so now I think we will just do the you can advance your character or see the saving campaign progress. Let's try to do that. And that's the where's the rule book? Saving. Page 18. Saving campaign progress. Erase all keywords, return all stamina cubes, return all map cards, store the party's title cards with a party journal for use in the next adventure. We want to return the party's title cards to the title deck. Okay. Store each player's hand or cards separately for use in the next adventure. Okay, so let's put that in the save area there. Record the party's current gold and XP totals in the save gold and save XP spaces on the party journal. Okay. Return all bonus tokens. Mark the box contains a favor marker. Okay, mark the box on the campaign track. That's it. The adventure which are linked through ongoing blah blah blah. Okay, so at this we just mark everything. Advancement. We can advance. Let's do this. Let's check this first. After each adventure, the party gets the opportunity to advance their characters by spending gold and XP before the next adventure. Please, the following step. Prepare the market. Shuffle each market with the 5 decks, armor, weapons, skill traits, and reveal the top card of each deck. And place it face up. If any of the market decks have been depleted, do not reveal cards from those decks. Okay. Visit the Adventurers Guild. The players can now spend XP to the Adventurers Guild to train their characters and strengthen the party in various ways. Okay. The advancement and their XP costs are listed below. Players can spend XP on advancement. So increase the character's health by 1. We can do that. Cost 1 XP. How many do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. Increase the party's combat dice limit by 1. 5 XP. I think we increased the combat dice limits first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's spend that to increase this to 4. So our dice limit is now 4. We have 4 XP left. Bonus play limit, another 5. Oh no, still 4. We don't have enough XP. Increase the party's mastery level by 1, indicated by the mastery track. Ah, okay. What does that mean? Sorry. To increase the party's mastery level, the player must spend the amount of XP indicated at the next unmarked box. The box then mark each player in the party that increase the attribute score of 1 of their choice by 1. Ah, okay. That's good. Oh, ooh. I think maybe we want to put at least 1 strength, right? So it costs 3. Let's do that. And then we just change this strength to 1. Okay, usually the player increases an attribute score beyond the current attribute score limit. There might be some instances where the storybook allows this. Okay, it's good. And we have 1 XP left. I think we will use that to increase our health by 1. So we are now on 17 health. So we just want to use all our stuff, right? Okay, great. Now, let's clear this. And let's try to set up the market so we can see what we can buy. So first, you only draw 1, right, for each card. Prepare the market for each mark. This is the market. The player can use gold as currency to buy and sell cards in the market. The player can buy and sell any number of cards and in any order. Certain cards offer a discount. Most skill cards offer a discount. Most trace cards. Okay, so it's only 1. Shuffle each marker, reveal the top card of each deck, and place it face up. If any of the market decks have been depleted. So first, we have weapon. Ooh, can increase a black or blue. I think I can already do that by 1. Okay. And change any color to blue and red. That might be useful. Cost 6. Okay. And con, subvert. realign. What's plus? What is plus? I have to double check that. It's plus. Plus something. Draw a black and blue familiar die. Draw a green die, roll it, and add it to the dice pool. Okay. We can get an extra black if you want. Needs. Might be useful. That's two. So we can draw two dice. And says Ring of Charity. Move a card from your discard space or spent space to another player's hand. So basically giving it that. I think that's useless to us. So think the flip. So this costs still 6. We how many gold do we have? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So basically we can buy 2 at max. We already have the ancient spear. We can change anything to purple and red, right? We can add blue if you want. We can already increase a black die by 1 or 2. That we can do that again one more time. We can also increase for blue and green. We can do it for white. Another one we can re-roll or increase one for purple. Okay. Change the color of 3 or 4. Change the color of red. We already have actually that one. I think we can, because we already have a path of change something, anything to something, right? This one. Anything to red, then we can change it to and we can then change red to anything color. And we can change it. Okay, so I think if we can manipulate something for red, we can do that already here, so that doesn't mean anything for us. Right? So I think we try to get the 8. So we're buying that for 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. I put this in our hand. And then should we buy the spear? They have another way to increase it. We already can do it, but one or two. So I think, but we can only increase it. We cannot decrease it though. You can put something to blue and then flip it. We can really do it for whites as well. And then as well for blue. We already, so I think that's it. And that's the only thing we need. So putting this all back to supply. And we can record that we have 1, 2, 4, 5 saved gold. Let's put a marker here. And here. And just for cleanup. That's it. That's our first chapter. And as you can see from here, we did the level up as well. And completed most of everything we wanted to do. So yeah. So thank you for joining. Hope that was a good way to understand how role player adventure works. I'm excited to actually continue this because it reverts the feeling of like feeling a good a good adventure from just board games, right? And even though it's more of like a skill test based, right? You just do a skill test and that's it. The actual dice manipulation of the cards, even though some of those, even though the cards, right, even though the cards doesn't have like much says realign, but then yeah, actually but says realign, but then it just adds you two decks. Maybe the realign should be something like changing the the amount, right? Yeah, but basically that's it. So thank you for joining, and Cedric, thank you for your watching Just Play. Hopefully you can subscribe and we can see more. Thank you. Bye bye.